Once upon a time, a great variety of people, upper, middle, lower class alike, travelled to Canterbury Cathedral to meet St. Thomas A. Becket on spring break. Our story begins in April, which for some reason it's snowing in April, and furthers from there.
Ladies and gentle fellows, let's settle here for the night. As the noblest of noble men, I will begin our first tale of the night. Men, women, nuns, and squires, our first tale will be about the greatest love story since Kim and Kanye.
Once there was a brave duke named Theseus. Theseus battled and conquered land, specifically his greatest win of the Amazons. With Theseus's new victory came his wife, Hippolyta, and with Hippolyta came her beautiful sister, Emily. Theseus then took them back to his city of Athens.
Please, Theseus, our husbands' bodies aren't being properly buried by Creon. Will you please avenge them for us?
What she said?
I'm on it.
Thank you!
Oh, blessed.
Theseus vs. Creon. On Theseus's way back from conquering Thebes, he comes across two injured soldiers.
Noble knights of Thebes, I'll spare your lives this once and take you as prisoners.
Now is where the true story begins. Our two prisoners, Palamon and Arcite, lay in a wretched cell. One day Palamon gazed out his cell to see the most beautiful maiden in all of the land.
Hey, our city, Betty by the bush.
She a 10.
From that moment forward, both Palamon and Arcite had fallen in a deep trance of love.
Thank you, my friend, for bailing me out. My prisoner, you're free, as long as you never return to Athens.
And so, Arcite disregards Theseus's command and returns to Athens in disguise.
Who are you?
I'm your new servant.
Thank you, sir. Years pass by and Arcite continues to serve Emily. Meanwhile, Palamon was still rotting in jail before desperately escaping.
Boy, I love Emily. She's so pretty.
You got to see Emily every day outside of jail.
You got to watch her from your window. What's that? Hey, you two fighting. Death to you both.
No, not death,
Okay,
please.
you convinced me. Fight to marry.
Emily, no.
All right, boys, you have 1 year to compile an army of 100 men, and the winner gets Emily. The loser dies.
A year passes, and the night before the great battle, Arcite visited the temple of Mars, asking for a victory in tomorrow's battle.
Meanwhile, Emily visited the temple of Diana to ask for support in keeping her virginity and peace.
And finally, Palamon visited the temple of Venus to ask that love prevailed in tomorrow's battle. At the start of dawn, Polemon and Arcady rode into battle. The battle begun, swords flying, blood shed. It lasted all day long. Finally, Arcady had the sword at Polemon's neck. Venus wept as she believed love had lost, but Saturn, also known as Kronos, had an earthquake strike. Before Arcady fell to the ground, hitting his head, Polemon regained strength. And in Arcady's dying breath,
Emily, I love you, but if you had to marry a noble man, you should marry Polemon.
time has passed, and a sad Polemon and Emily continue to grieve the death of Arcady. One day, a wise man informed them that death is inevitable, but what is important is living your life while you have it. So they skipped off into the distance, happily ever after.
And so, friends, that was the culmination of the Knight's Tale.